Ooh, good evening. Oh, nice. Yeah, that green looks pretty cool. Sexy green. How we doing? This is a little bit of an impromptu stream because I suddenly remembered that the competition is going to end in math and numbers. Probably hour and something. Yeah, I can't do calculations. Liam would have it like that. Liam would know the answer in like before I even asked the question. But less than an hour and a half. So I thought I'm gonna stay up. We're gonna do the countdown, the cut off, and then I'm gonna lock the thread. Just because entries that come in after the deadline make me sad, and I want to avoid that. What is that? Oh, is that a towel? Oh, lovely. You could wear this evening. There we go. Fabulous. Oh, actually, that's quite heavy. That's weighty. We don't want that.
I really hope no one enters in late. Like,
Well, they won't be able to because I'm going to lock the thread. I'm going to lock it bang on midnight if I know how to lock it, which I should probably check that I can actually do that. Let's move the light. There we go. Ooh, beautiful. I'm doing my best to finish it and send it in. Okay, please, please, no pressure, but all the pressure. You got about an hour and 15, hour and 20, something like that. But yeah, 11:59 BST, which is the UK time zone, but we'll count it down. You didn't make a video for the Illustrator new features. No, I honestly, I've been swept up with Affinity, and I was going to do one, and then I just thought, you know what, the new features are kind of meh, and it just, I wasn't really feeling it, if I'm honest. In previous years, there was always like one big feature or something that was just like, oh, that's cool. I want to try that out. I couldn't even remember what the features are for Illustrator. Something about tangent guides or whatever. I don't know. Right, so I've been playing around with Affinity. Has anyone else been having a go? Yeah, so these are some thumbnails for upcoming videos. Some of these have gone up already on the new channel. The new channel for Affinity is pinned at the top of the chat. So if you do want to check it out, you want to learn Affinity, that is the place to be. So some of these are going up this week as well. And then just working on channel graphics. So this was kind of what we did on stream the other day, which was it's fine, safe, ticks the box, but a little bit lacking. It was fun doing these icons though. It's like trying to use Affinity for real things now rather than just kind of screwing around with tools. And I'm starting to get the hang of it. It's got a few like little quirks, things that are very similar to Illustrator, but then slightly different. And unless you understand the little differences, it can really irritate you. But it's fine once you understand them. So I'm sort of going through that process. This was the slightly refined, slightly edgier graphic for the channel. So if you go on the channel linked at the top of the chat, you'll see this is the kind of cover art. Where are my guides gone? My guides have disappeared. Oh, actually, yeah. Where are my guides? What? Show guides. Whoa! Why have they done that? I did not order that. Something's happened to my guides. Now I've got to see if I can fix it. Actually, we'll remove all of them, and we'll do. It's a test now. Can he do it? Oh, actually, this is so easy. There we go. Can Illustrator beat that speed? I don't think it can. In fact, can you even set up guide systems in Illustrator? I know you can in Photoshop. I don't think you can do that in Illustrator. Okay, it's not hiding and showing them. Right, this is one thing that does happen with Affinity sometimes is I get like random errors and then a restart normally fixes it. So, although I know some people have been having lots of crashes. I don't know if it's more on PC. I don't think I've had any crashes, but I just sort of get things where like a feature or something stops working and then it starts working again. Yeah, why am I... Okay, so Why are my guides? Oh, it's column guides, isn't it? Of course it is. It's column guides. Guides and column guides are different. I swear I could turn them off and on with the same shortcut. Anyway, never mind. So yeah, this is the new graphic. It was quite fun actually playing around with this. So this is a font, nice and simple. That's from Envato. And then this was the Affinity logo, image traced, then distressed and grunged up with some brushes. Because I made the brushes smaller, they were very soft and fluffy, so I had to then harden the edge. I had to look up how to do all this. And then I used something called turbulence to roughen the edge, because there's no roughen like you can in Illustrator. So if I let me just grab some text. I'll show you this one. Always be text tool. Yeah, so if I think this is a live effect as well. So there's no roughen effect. So where are you? Liquify? Yeah, I was playing around with this, and a lot of this is very, very similar, but there's one called turbulence. Loads of settings on the right that I've not even played around with. And we can drop the brush size down. Let's move the mic a little bit. And I was just running around the edge like this. And you sort of get that, you don't want to hang around too long, but you sort of get that roughened edge. And I actually prefer this to Illustrator's roughen, because in Illustrator, the roughen effect, you punch in the numbers and that, but the roughening is all very consistent. So it doesn't look like naturally distressed. Whereas with this, because you are doing it manually, that is the downside, you've got to do it manually. But you kind of have a little bit of control, and it does, like, it is random. It's so much more random because you are like freehanding it. And if you wanted to like roughen up one bit in particular a bit more, get really turbulent, you could do that. So yeah, I'm just doing this super quick. Click done. I think that's a live effect, is it? Yeah, so that's I can get rid of it. I can delete it. It's not permanent, which I really do like. You're giving yourself an hour to learn Affinity. Excellent, Keith. I'm relying on me to teach myself how to learn it as well. So, I know a bit about Affinity Designer. I'm picking up photo, and I've not really gone into the layout tab, but I used to use InDesign back in the day. So a lot of this stuff here, it's all very familiar. I think the best example of using it's very easy to explain the tools, but I think to get stuck into like a brochure or like a real project and see the application of all these would be really good. I need to sort of set a big challenge like that. Something that has retouching, that has graphics and icons, and then that needs to be packaged up and presented in layout mode. So you have to kind of go through all three studios. That would be like a really good test, I think. And a good demonstration as well. But yeah, so I'm learning things on a daily. People are sending me tips. I'm learning. People are sending me tips and things that they've learned. People are asking questions, and I'm digging in to find answers and whatever. And then I'm just adding this to the list of videos to make. So I'm just going to as I'm learning stuff, it's going on the list, and there's going to be videos. I'll wait a bit for you to figure it out. Yeah, on the new channel, pinned at the top of the chat. It's all very beginner stuff at the minute. We're going to just start with the basics, and it's just going to gradually build up to doing full projects in Affinity. In fact, I did some photo manipulation. Kaya put me on the spot the other day in the meetup to do some photo manipulation. You cheeky sausage. And I hadn't really done it, and so it was pretty good. It turned out all right in the end. So yeah, what did we have? We started with the snow. We had, where's my hand gone? Yeah, so a little bit of masking on that one. Different. Whoa, what are you doing, Dan? The layers panel's taken the longest to get used to. It's fine now. I'm sort of figuring it out. We've got some snow in there, a few color effects, a bit of fog. Is there a shadow? Oh yeah, there's a shadow. Yeah, so that's not too bad. And then going through this process, it's probably a little bit cold actually. It looks like he needs to get indoors with that hand. But yeah, just going through this process and getting used to the new layers panel. A giant with a giant mug, yeah. it's it's just, one of those things. There's no way around it. You just got to go through it. One thing I did find with the brush tool, there's a brush in Photoshop that's just like your default soft brush. Like you probably see me use it all the time. And I just took me ages to figure it out in Affinity. So what I did was I opened this one at the bottom and it was the accumulation. So I think it was set to something. And then I cranked it up. So it sort of tapers at the end, but not like doesn't taper in too hard. Oh no, sorry, no, not that one. This accumulation. So in the dynamics, that was it. So it was like this, perfectly constant, and then just bringing that up and controlling it by pressure if you are using like a pen display. You don't want to go like, nah, not like this. So this is for like a lot of brush work. And it just gave me the sort of brush that I'm very used to in Photoshop. So once I figured that out, you got your hardness and everything up here. I was like, oh yes, yeah. Okay, that's fine. So that definitely helped. But yeah, like I'm loving being able to go from the vector to the photo inside one app. What happens if you make the brush big and do one big pass? How do you mean one big pass? Do you mean like over the whole design? Yeah, you can do that. You can definitely do that. Just as long as you've made a new pixel layer. Oh yeah, we're gonna do shapes and logos and all sorts of things. I think maybe for the streams, maybe we'll do one Affinity one and one Adobe one every week. So we're sort of splitting it because it's one of those things that I want to learn this more thoroughly to be able to teach it better. But if you only ever dip into it every now and then, it kind of gets hard to get things to stick. So I'm trying to immerse myself in it as much as I can at the minute. Even if it's frustrating trying to stop and figure out how to do something. But yeah, being able to hop between the different studios is super cool because then I can just go and add like am I adding a layer mask? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And then go to brushes. Browsing brushes is a lot easier than Photoshop. Way easier. I like this little drop down. I've got my grit brushes. These are from Envato. They're flipping brilliant. I found these earlier. So we'll pick the brush. And then black, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, it's a bit of lag now. I'm not sure if that's because I'm streaming as well or something, but usually this is like super responsive. Just pick another one. Tiny brush. Yeah, and it's super easy to just make this sort of distressed text. And the thing about it as well is it's still editable, which is so cool. Daniel, hello. Yeah, so it's all editable. The grunge and distressed grittiness is on a mask. The effect is a turbulence effect around the edge, and the whole thing's still editable. So obviously changing the letters is going to muck up the turbulence, but Hey, Moosh. No, the distressed part is this filter here. So go into, you want to add a liquefy filter and then use turbulence. And you just literally run around the edges. So it's interesting. There's a lot of things that, like, there's certain things in Illustrator that, like, the appearance panel in Illustrator is a lot more powerful than Affinity's one. But then you can't do this in Illustrator. So I'm sort of starting to find that there's definitely some things that Affinity does that Illustrator doesn't and does better. But then obviously Illustrator is a powerhouse, you know. But then there's loads of tools in Illustrator that are outdated or gimmicky that just makes it, you know, a lot more intimidating for beginners. The tool set here to learn is not too bad. I think the Pixel one's probably the biggest. There's so many tools buried under tools. Vector and layout are pretty straightforward and quite similar, actually. There's a lot of similar tools. But yeah, I was going to say something and it's totally gone out my brain. Do you think Adobe will get affected? I don't know enough about that and the business side of it or whatever to know if... I couldn't tell you if Affinity is going to topple Adobe or whatever. But what I was thinking about earlier is that, you know, anyone who is like pirating Adobe software, they've now got an alternative. So they don't necessarily have to do that. They can just use Affinity legitimately. And then you got, you know, there's lots of other apps like Photopea, Inkscape, Critter, GIMP, all this sort of stuff. A lot of those people might be looking at it now going, damn, okay, Affinity's pretty good and it's free. So I think if they were ever gonna, you know, I mean, I don't know if they would take the crown, but if they were ever going to stand a chance at anything like that, I think this, you know, this is the best thing they could have done. I think they're going to take a. I think they are going to take a lot of people. I think they are going to convert a lot of people. They already have done with V2. Slowly over time, they've been taking some of that pie, especially when they bang out 50% off at, you know, perfectly timed happenings going on. And even this time round, I was like, oh, V2's great. I used it, I bought it, whatever. But this time round, they got me interested enough that I would just spin up a new channel, you know. And I think it's some good competition, which is what we as customers want, because we always benefit when companies start competing. I would love to follow along with a project like a flyer that uses all three workspaces. Yeah, I think we're going to work up to something like that. Or we could maybe do that on like another stream as well. I think that would be really good too, Keith. I got all the day working with Affinity 3. Do you think this is the new era for designers? Most Affinity users are anti-AI. I don't see how this is going to be free. How this is going to be free with that in mind. How do you mean? I mean, at the moment, this is free. The Canva AI stuff, I've not tried this out yet, but I am going to try it out because I want to see what you get for the subscription. You know, if I'm going to pay an extra X a month, I want to see what these features can do. I don't care about Canva, but I want to see if these features are going to be worth adding to my workflow. If they're not, I just won't bother with them.
Canva's great.
Quiet, you. Quiet, Canva user in the back. Canva is really good. It's not something I would ever use, and I wouldn't recommend it necessarily for, you know, someone learning design professionally, but for business owners or individuals who want to just kind of do their own stuff, it is pretty handy. There's definitely a market there for it, for sure. No, the UI is once you get around some of the differences, it's okay. It really is fine. The fact that this menu at the top is constant between all three studios is nice. In fact, the menu on the right is pretty similar as well. I've customized mine a bit, so I have a bigger layers panel in pixel mode. I can't deal with like a tiny layers panel when I'm doing kind of Photoshop sort of stuff. The only thing that really changes is the tools on the left. And once you get your head around them, it's really not that bad. Especially if you're coming from Adobe stuff, it's quite similar. Keyboard shortcuts are the same in many cases. So it definitely helps. Our agency switched to Affinity 2 years ago. A lot of time of improvement. How did you find it when you initially switched? Was it difficult? Were you missing features? Like, what was that like for you and the team? The visual GPU engine of Affinity is impressive, better than ARPSD. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's powering it. I'm not very technical with this design software side of things, but yeah, it's super responsive. It's super snappy. You can't really see it here because I'm using it on a different display, but when I'm on my MacBook Pro display, it's like 120 hertz or something. Just doing this, it's just so satisfying because it's just so fast. You can't do that in Illustrator. In fact, in Illustrator, the zoom with the trackpad thing just doesn't even work. Yeah, like I think actually most design tools that I use, whether I'm using Figma or Framer or whatever it is, it's Alter Option, 2 fingers on the trackpad. And yeah, look, I can't even zoom in smoothly. I'm just doing the same thing as in Affinity, and it's not doing anything now. And then it jumps. It's awful. It's unusable, like the 2-finger trackpad. Whereas here, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. Zoom in, pan around. Oh, let's do something over there. Whereas in Illustrator, I can pan. Panning's fine, but trying to there's something I don't know what it is. The zoom is like sticking. It's like sticky. It's not. It's not. It's not zooming with my finger movements. And so just even little things like that are just really nice. Is there a way to import PSDs? I think you just open them, Paul. Let me see if I've got a PSD that's not crazy complicated with 15 billion layers. I'll just try and find something. Oh, I've got to have a PSD somewhere. Come on, Daniel. I've got a PSB. We'll try that. This is quite simple. This is like an earlier version of my competition entry. Which, by the way, if you are entering, you've got like an hour left until the deadline, competition deadline.
Hour and 1 minute.
TikTok. I think it's still opening. It's a hefty file. So we'll see if Affinity actually opens it. Cool, this is a long 5-minute minutes, isn't it? Oh, service here.
Coming.
Yay, thank you. I put in a request for a lovely, delicious cup of tea, and she said 5 minutes 20 minutes ago. Somebody's getting a 1-star review. Hey! Right, so this is something. Yeah, so... Oh, photo filter. Oh, I didn't... Oh, it's called... Right. It's called lens filter. There we go, I just learned something new. So photo filter in Photoshop is called lens filter in Affinity. And it's got fewer options, I think. But you pick a color and you can do some stuff. But it's come in with the layer name. So a lot of these layers, I think, have come across. What's that? That's color balance. That's...
Officially 1 hour left to enter the competition.
You sounded like a truck then. The vehicle is reversing. The vehicle is reversing. Oh dear. It's too late for this. Too late for this nonsense. Yeah, so a lot of this has come through, I think. The finished version didn't. It had like effects and all sorts. In fact, I'm excited and nervous to do like a full photo manipulation start to finish in Affinity. I think some of the masking might be a bit broken here. Yeah. So I don't know. You can open PSDs, but I would just suggest everyone try it with their own files. Lots of effects and things might be a bit different to like a more design oriented file. I'm not sure. It carries things like blending options over. So you've got this in Affinity, so it'll carry a lot of these over. But if it doesn't have the equivalent feature in Affinity, it might short circuit. But yeah, Affinity's UI is better. Yeah, it's better. It's just from a design point of view, spacing. This text down here, the page numbers is still, I don't know why it's not in the middle. It seems to be a thing where maybe it's just me, but bits of text are like floating too high. I don't know. It needs to come down a few pixels. But yeah, in terms of the cleanliness and the spacing, there's no giant big blue share button or any of that nonsense. You've got an AI here, actually, I think. I think this is like some sort of AI GPT powered thing. How do I move it? Sorry. Yeah. Like I don't know how to scale from a point, from a particular point. Let's try it. Oh no, I wanted the ask. Ritson, how to scale object from a particular point. That's an interesting name. I've never ever heard of a Ritson before. Do you know a Ritson at all? Generated by AI. Double check for accuracy. We'll see what it comes back to. Scale with alarm. Drag the corner or edge control handles. Drag. Okay. So it didn't recommend the. Where is it? Did it recommend that? I can't remember. Point transform tool. Anyway, there's a help there if you do want to get some AI assistance. Yeah, well, it's been interesting. The video on this channel, one that I put out, is kind of blowing up, and it's so interesting. You've got some people that love Affinity, that hate Affinity, that love Adobe, that hate Adobe. Just the whole mix of people. Some saying this is better, some saying that's better. But I think that the only people that are really kind of equipped to make that sort of call are the people that know Affinity and know the Adobe stuff very, very well. So hopefully at some point I'll know this enough to be able to actually do a proper comparison. Someone asked a really good question earlier as well. They were like, what are the features that are missing from Illustrator that you would kind of need? They've added quite a lot. Image trace is now in here. That's what I want to figure out. Like the appearance panel in Affinity is very, very simplified compared to Illustrator. Illustrator has the edge with the appearance panel because it's so powerful. You can do so much with it. So it's kind of trying to figure out, okay, how do I do some of those effects in Affinity, you know? Already designed 2 billboards with the new Affinity and it's superb. Awesome. I experienced the issue that a text place looks a little pixelated when exporting, even when I expect it to be vector text. Yeah, it depends what format you're exporting to, if it's a vector format or not. I think this mode over here might catch some people out, because you've got like a pixel preview mode. You got this pixel preview. So if you are going to be outputting to like a raster format, like a JPEG or a PNG, you'll get that pixelation. That's like more Photoshop. That's how you'd work in Photoshop. And then this is like your Illustrator, your clean vector preview. So just something to check, just in case. Make your own tea. Ha! No, absolutely not. I'd make her a tea if she asked me. Yes.
Coconut milk or hazelnut milk?
Ooh, I think I'll stick with coconut. Hazelnut does sound tempting, though. Can I share a competition link? I can do, but it ends in about 50 minutes. So it's on the channel. If you got 50 minutes, it's monster ski. So there's a monster ski video. It's all green and black and stuff. I think it's like a helper, yeah. Oh, it's named after James Ritson, the Affinity developer. Oh, that's cool. Having a transform effect and being able to add effects directly to strokes and fills are the big missing features for me. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you. Oh, it's hot. Oh, there's a giant bubble in it. Lovely. Oh, this looks so special. It's like a floating nipple. Yeah, transform effect. There might be other ways to do that. Yeah, there might be other ways to do that. I saw something the other day. There was a panel. I can't remember what it was or where I saw it, but it felt similar to that, where you could repeat copies and... Oh, how did I do it? Is it this? Oh, maybe it's this. Just press return, actually. And it kind of feels similar, so you can have copies. Is it doing anything? It's not doing anything, is it? Oh my goodness, it is doing something. Oh, wow, what have I done? 30 copies of that. Probably not a good idea, was it? He's messed up now. Maybe let's put them on top of each other. And we'll rotate it. I've totally broken it, haven't I? Oh my... What's going on? Whoa, what's that? Oh my goodness. Oh, it's literally made 30 copies. I've broken my Affinity. Oh, okay, hang on. It's rendering the turbulence effect 30 times on a rotation. I mean, I made a wheel. There we go. Well done, Dan. Let's get rid of that before we destroy everything. Yeah, that's probably the closest thing to a transform panel. You sent your entry. Excellent, Wishy. Yeah, I don't know about like really complicated effects for strokes and things, because you got the appearance panel. I don't know. Maybe someone who's more proficient in Affinity could help me out here. Like, what is the point of this panel? Because I was looking at adding more strokes and more fills earlier, but then it was kind of like, oh, I may as well just use the effects panel. So I probably just need... There's obviously a reason why it's there, but with this one, you know, I just thought, oh, I'll add my outlines in here instead. Outlines the equivalent of stroke. So... Hazelnut tea, yeah, apparently. Oh, have you posted, Raquel? Have you posted your submission? I can't see anything. She put, I made it. Oh, hang on, hang on, hang on. There's a submission. There's a submission, and there's Wishy submission as well. Excellent. Oh, good. Oh, there's a few more, actually. Oh, my goodness. There's other submissions as well. All flying in at the last minute. Oh, my goodness. Oh. Y'all cutting it fine. Stressing me out.
You.
Says me, yeah. That's my middle name, Last Minute. Dan Last Minute White. Can you remove the blue outline around selected objects? Right, this is a really good question because this drove me insane. I don't know if anyone else has experienced this, but when I type a frame text box, and so let's just go and fill it with some filler text. Let's get a bit more space. There we go. Let's have a nice big artboard. Go on, Dan, you deserve it. Yeah, so I've got my filler text. But if I deselect everything, oh, screw you. Oh no, sorry, it's because I turned it off. I thought it was just winding me up then. Right, so yeah, if I deselect everything, the blue box doesn't go away. This literally drove me insane for ages. So you see with these, blue box, click off, goes away. Text box, blue box wouldn't go away. Until I realized that you had to go and turn off text flow. That needs to be off by default. When I'm deselecting everything, I don't want to see blue boxes around everything. So I don't know if that's just a me thing or a Mac thing or whatever. Curvature tool. No, there isn't. But there is the pen tool. And I kind of feel like I've taught the curvature tool on the channel, but I never use it. It's good, but once you know how to use the pen tool properly, it's kind of pointless, in my opinion, because, you know, where is it? Rubber band. There we go. Turn that one on and you'll get the same sort of thing as Illustrator. Yeah, once you can use the pen tool properly, the curvature, yeah, I don't really find a need for it. That's not necessarily a demonstration of using the tool properly. That's just me making a splat. Oh, what's that? Pencil. It hasn't got a smooth tool, which I miss. It's not the end of the world. Right, that's interesting. Why when I draw does my other artwork disappear? That's strange. And why is it not connecting up? How do I connect it up? Ah, there we go. Auto close near. See, we're learning things now. There we go. I kind of want it to behave like Illustrator just so it feels more familiar for now. Yeah, there we go. Auto close. Yeah, there's no smooth tool at the minute, but you can resculpt things. I do like the smooth tool because you can just brush over stuff very quickly, and it's a very lazy, easy way to get something smoother. There is a smooth option here, but it's not very good. It doesn't really do anything, so I think it needs work. I've honestly got no idea, Keith, if they're going to launch an After Effects tool. They've got some video stuff at the moment, but it's not something that I use. I don't know an awful lot about Canva. Poppy probably knows more about Canva than me. Bro invented the wheel. You tried zooming in and out with Alt Scroll and it crashed. Oh, I feel like a lot of people are having crashes. Appearance panel is quasi similar to Illustrator. I don't think it is though, because you've got yeah, you've got fills and strokes, but there's no effect option. Is there? Or can I add like a live effect to a fill? That would be, if that's... Yeah, see, it adds it into the layers panel. So I don't know how to do anything up here beyond just add fills and strokes. I gotta be missing something, right? I probably am. But if there's anyone that's more learned than me, please do help me out. Hey, Alana. How's it going? Long time no see. Typical designers. Yeah, right, Jack. Tell me about it. No, I've not tried Canva or AI yet. I will try it because I want to know if it's any good. If it's useful and it does assist my workflow, then I might subscribe to it. Just because I feel like the whole app is free. You know, the whole app is free. So if I can freely choose to pay a bit to get these extra features that will benefit me, then fine, I'll pay it. If not, then, you know, I won't. Yeah, we're just talking about the appearance panel now, Matty. Procedural effects, yeah. Don't know. That's a good question, Oscar. I'm trying to figure it out at the minute. I'm finding that Affinity does some things that Illustrator can't, and then Illustrator does some things that Affinity can't. So there's definitely some differences. Some of them as well are like Affinity doesn't support smart objects, but it's got other processes in place that almost negate the need for smart objects anyway. So that's the kind of stuff that I'm trying to figure out at the minute. About to install it on my laptop. Excellent. I did get one crash. Okay, were you on Mac or PC? Were you opening it for the first time, Raquel? I don't know, I'm afraid. Why is it not as resource heavy but heats up your MacBook Pro? I don't know, honestly. Do you think it's powerful enough to replace Photoshop? I think it depends what you do. There's some people that do kind of CAD and more technical blueprints and bits and pieces that there might be some tools like the dimension tool and things like that missing. But for someone like me doing logos and graphic design and, you know, posters, flyers, social graphics, whatever, 100%, 100% I could do all that in Affinity, yeah. That's what I'm kind of trying at the moment. I'm trying to do what I need to do with real projects and not go back into Adobe to lean on things. So when I have to try and do something and I don't know how to do it, I'm just looking up tutorials or asking ChatGPT or whatever to try and help me figure it out. Oh, really, Jack? The coldest no, never. Mm. Yeah, and maybe Affinity won't. Maybe Canva will, and Affinity won't. You know, Canva are already doing video stuff now anyway, but that's a good question, Adam. Patterns. I honestly don't know. I haven't seen any sort of pattern tool. So I don't know. I know you've got symbols, so you can reuse different symbols. Yeah, a lot of that's what I've been doing as well. A lot of Affinity version 2 stuff is sort of still relevant. This is kind of like an evolution of a lot of things, and then obviously they've combined it into one app. Oh, nice, Wesley. I'm loving it so far. Honestly, surprised with the quality out the box. Yeah, the performance, at least for me, the responsiveness of the UI being so flipping clean. That sort of a big part of my background was in UI design, like web and UI for years. So this sort of stuff is like the experience and how everything looks, because I got to stare at this thing like God knows how many hours a day. That stuff really is important to me. That's a good question. How to reverse the turbulence? I'll see if I can figure out. There must be like a... Oh, Danizel. Right, so if we open the effect, is there like a reconstruct option? Liquefy Thaw. What the flipping heck is that? What is that? There we go, yeah, reconstruct. So you can go over that and it will just put it back. So I got to try this other stuff out now. So we've got freeze. I don't know what that is. I got no idea what I'm doing. I think the performance is a little bit worse now because I'm streaming as well. I'm running all this through my computer. Normally, it seems a bit like choppy now. And it's not normally like that, so... Oh, have you got... Yeah. There's one thing, Raquel, since even using Affinity version 2, you've like shared loads of tips on how to do things. I feel like there is actually a lot that you can do in this that Illustrator can do, but it's just not immediately obvious. You know, so you might look for a pattern tool or a pattern option or whatever, but there isn't immediately one obvious, but you can still do it through some other tool or process. So these are the sorts of videos that are going to go on the new channel. How would you rate it for laptops versus iPad? This new Affinity isn't on iPad yet. It will be next year. Affinity version 2 on iPad was amazing. It was so good. It was full Affinity on the iPad, just not like a gimped stripped down version. It was just the full thing. I'm probably gonna still use it on my laptop with a pen display, but being able to take it on the iPad, and I'll probably use it for sketching. I normally would. So what I would normally do, because I don't like the Photoshop for iPad app, so I would normally sketch on Procreate and then bring that sketch into Illustrator. But when this comes out, I'm just going to sketch, probably in pixel mode. Go over here, pick my pencils and pens, do some sketching, and then I can digitize that straight away. I don't know if there's like a cloud sync between iPad and desktop. That would be good. Or something like that, some sort of cloud document, so I can get my iPad thing up on the desktop and just jump backwards and forwards. But that would be my workflow, I think. Just to kind of just it's all in one app then. You never have to leave.
Dan.
Yes.
It's going to be so hard to judge
I know.
competition. There's so many good ones.
It's amazing seeing all the competition entries, but yeah, it's fun and not fun having to whittle it down and pick some winners. Yeah, you could have colored icons. I guess they just decided not to keep that. I do think. I mean, I don't care personally because I've been used to like a black and white monochrome UI for years with the Adobe stuff. But I definitely did like how they had different colors, and when I was using Affinity V2, I did have the colors on because it separated a lot of this stuff up here. where you've got the Boolean operations and the align thing. Every section had its own color, so it made it very easy to visually remember stuff. But yeah, I mean, I do like a nice monochrome clean UI. But I think if you're just getting started, yeah, the colors could have been helpful. I'm using a stylus at the moment. I use trackpad mouse stylus. I flip between different things depending on what I'm doing.
God, I can't get
Patterns, fill tool, bitmap. Okay, right. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get a sexy new artboard. There we go. Right. So okay, I'll make a square. So can I just make a square and add fill to the square? Bitmap. Is that right? Burger. Oh, hello. That's cool. Very nice. Well, that's different. Da, da, da. I mean, look at the performance. It's just great. Sorry, I'm probably breaking someone's brain, least of all my own. Yeah, okay. So what if I resize this now? Okay, so if I scale it up and then use the fill again. Okay, what about if I convert to curves and then use the node tool? Nice. That's how I was hoping it was going to work, and it does. So that's cool. The node tool is basically your direct selection tool. Yeah, that's cool. The fill tool's a little bit different. It's like a fill, but then you pick the fill. So it could be a solid fill, it could be a gradient, different types of gradient, mesh. I don't know what hatch is. What on earth is hatch? Yeah, that's a really good point, Jack. But I like the fact that they talked about that in a video. Canva, someone from the Canva team actually openly talked about Cameron. That was it. He talked about, well, why is it free? What's the catch? Because that was obviously what a lot of people were thinking. It's a fair question as well. And they basically said that, what was it? Affinity, designers use Affinity, and then teams will scale in Canva. So that's where they will. Canva's obviously making bank, and they're gonna have designers using Affinity, and then their rest of their teams will be using Canva. And so they're able to kind of make this free because it will lead to, the bigger picture where the other parts of the team will end up using Canva. So yeah, it's basically their funnel into Canva. And I think some people will use that, but there will be, yeah, maybe I'll do the Canva AI, but if it's not useful, then I won't. There's going to be a lot of people that won't even bother. That, you've got your Illustrator, Photoshop, your InDesign. I don't need my Canva. I don't care about it. And they will just stay within the kind of core suite of tools. And so, like, I've seen a lot of people saying, if the product's free, you are the product. And I totally get that. Like, I'm there with you. But then again, we've been on free social media platforms for like the last few decades. So I don't know. I feel like that horse has bolted a long time ago. It's kind of like, they came, in my opinion, they came out and they absolutely smashed it. Like it couldn't have gone better. And the timing with all the Adobe AI stuff could not have been more perfect, I think. So yeah, I don't trust pretty much any corporation really, but I definitely count what's happening with Canva as a win, 100%. Not Canva, sorry, Affinity. Yeah, I mean, I like it. Yeah,
Damn.
Oh, Paul, don't even get me started.
30 minutes left.
Who is this person? What the hell? God, I feel like royalty now. Hear ye, hear ye. Poppy's doing a poppy care. What the hell was I even saying then? I've got to scroll back up.
To Paul about something.
Oh, I'm totally what was I talking about? You derailed my brain. That is a very good point, Mr. Nobody. Yeah, that is a very good point. I totally forgot what I was saying. But yeah. Was it worth it?
Yeah.
Good. Oh, okay, interesting. The marketing team uses Canva, but they won't give out Adobe licenses to anyone outside of my team. Affinity could be a bridge. Yeah, that might be their play. That might be what they're sort of going for. Can I explain what Canva is? What is Canva? Canva is a platform that enables anyone to produce design work based on templates and edit them, and that's my knowledge of Canva anyway. It's probably way more than that. You can do video and all sorts. I think in a nutshell, what it does is it empowers just anyone to be able to create, whether it's social content, whether it's like, posters, flyers, logos. It's just like empowering, I guess the average person to be able to make stuff or run their business or whatever, without necessarily needing to have like lots of software experience or If you add a fill in the appearance panel and then choose a blending mode, you can reduce layers. Oh, I was doing patterns, wasn't I? That was Poppy, yeah. That was 100% Poppy.
What was me?
You were the... I think it does. I think we got a pucker and a bloat. God, there's a lot of blurs in there, isn't there? I still need to muck around with these. Is there a pucker and a bloat? Pinch. Punch. That's way better. I like that. So I'm guessing this is your bloat, is it? Is it? I don't know. Yes, it is. Okay. Speed. Pinch punch. Pucker and bloat is gone. Pinch punch is in. Nice. There we go. I think that's the thing as well. A lot of stuff's in here. It's just renamed differently. Canva's modern day clip art. Love it. Clip art. Oh, I know. Or word art. Oh, remember that in Microsoft Word? God, I remember when I was like, 15 in IT class, and we had to design a website, and we did it in Microsoft Word. It was so awful. As soon as you changed to like wanting to do a website in Word, the whole formatting of the document went weird and
like curving it and stuff.
Oh.
Multicolor it.
Oh, I'm feeling all nostalgia now. How can you rotate the canvas? That is a good question. You can go document and rotate, but I think you can only go in 90 degrees. I don't think you can just freely spin the canvas around. But then what do I know? Maybe you can. Maybe there's something hidden. That's one of the things that's quite exciting about this as well. It's just learning all the. It's like it sucks being like a newbie again. I said the other day, I'm so used to like knowing how to do things, and then it's like, oh no, I'm new again. I've got to learn it. But it's fun learning stuff and then making videos to help other people learn stuff as well. People who say that you are the product about Affinity don't realize it's freemium. They'll sell more subscriptions because professionals are more willing to pay. Maybe they will, yeah. Maybe they will. I've got no idea. I think it's just nice. I think a lot of people are just grateful to have an alternative, you know, like a good alternative. Like I'm an educator, and I'm still going to be using Adobe in all of them because it powers my business, and I just it's a tax write-off with all the software or whatever. And I teach Adobe stuff anyway, but I think for people who don't want to spend the subscription cost, or maybe small teams or independent designers or whatever, to be able to have the choice to get out the subscription game if you want and go free basically, or choose to pay less. I think just having that choice is just nice for a lot of people, really. Hey, Black Whiskey, that is a great question. Yeah, as I get more familiar with it, those sorts of videos will go on the other channel pinned at the top. So 100%. And by the way, actually, if anyone is learning it, or they know far more than I do, which is probably 90% of people here, if you do know something, or you'd like a video about something or whatever, you've got a tip you want to share, please do email it to me there, because I'm creating a big list of, Dan, you need to make videos covering this, and so I can just add it to the list and then it will just get queued up. So on the Affinity channel, there is a playlist, so every new video gets added to that. And they're usually pretty quick videos as well, so if you want to binge the videos, it's just one big playlist. No, there's no light UI. There's like a lighter grey, but no completely light. I think there's a cat outside, isn't there? Oh, poor Crumble. Oh, that's a good point, Emily. Yeah, on the iPad version, you can rotate the canvas. Maybe there is a way. Maybe it's the hand tool. Maybe if I hold down some clever key combination, I could rotate it or pinch, or I don't know. Oh, okay. Hang on. Where are we going? Preferences. Rotate freely. Okay, where am I going? Direct me, sir. Where are we going? Enable canvas rotation with... Oh, hang on. With trackpad. I don't know how to do it on the trackpad. With... Okay, what's this then? Oh, damn! What? How do I set it back, though? How do I get it back? You didn't tell me this bit. Wait. Oh, hang on. I don't know how to get it back. Send help. Or maybe do I just rotate? No, that will 90 degrees from where I am. This wasn't in the instruction manual. My whole document... What has happened? This is... Hang on. Wait. Oh my goodness. So if I hold shift, it rotates around something else, like a... Yeah, it rotates around a point with command or control, but then shift rotates. Oh god, what have I done? Right, this is 100% your fault. Made so well, this is 100% your fault. What the flipping heck? Because, I mean, I love the fact that my artboard names have rotated as well. That's cool. I don't like the fact I'm stuck. All right, hang on. Oh, flipping heck. Let's just see if I quit. If I panic and just quit. I know I don't want to lose everything. Let's quit and reboot it. We'll see if that solves it. I will find a solution. In view, there is a reset button. Sorry, so creative. Is it reset? No, where's the reset? Please point. Where are we going? Where's the reset button? Uh, um. Right. So we'll rotate. That's the correct rotation, but my artboard names are on the side. How? Oh. No. View, rotate, reset. Oh, thank goodness for that. That's not reset though. Oh, hang on. Left. Is this gonna? Let's keep going left. I want my artboards back up the correct way. Rotate, left, rotate, left, rotate, left. We're gonna get there. Yeah, so how do I get my artboard names back on the top? Yeah, I did the reset. So I did reset and it just... But it's now sideways. Oh, flipping heck, I pressed the wrong key again. I'm going to have to disable that one because I sometimes do press command or control by mistake to zoom in. Shift, control, command, and T. This could be anything. Yeah, I think you're probably right. If I can figure this out. Yeah, how do I get the artboard name to sit back up here though? Oh, goodness me. Ooh, wait. Oh, hang on, no. That's an external display. I thought that meant an actual iPad then. What if I... Artboard tool... Can I rotate? How do I change an artboard from portrait to landscape? There's a question. Yeah, there's no rotate handles at the corners, just resize. Okay, where is it? We're going to disable these options. Use shift. Oh, yes, I want that one on. There's got to be a way. If I go document setup, pages, no, setup. How do I go from portrait to landscape? Can I just click an artboard and then... Because normally you can do it on Adobe. You can do it in the transform panel. There's got to be a way to rotate an artboard. Yeah, the app so far is really good. A lot of the shortcuts do match Photoshop and Illustrator and everything, really. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think the biggest thing for me in this, like the price is great, but like I said earlier, I got used to just eating the cost of the subscription, and I get a lot of value from it because I do all the video stuff for YouTube. But the thing for me is having the three things, your Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign in one app. For me, that is the thing. I mean, you probably saw on the stream, I got the most excited about. Just one app where I can do everything. For me, that is what I've always wanted. Hey! We're back! We're back! Oh, let's never do that again. I rotated the canvas and we learned something, and then I completely screwed it up. Yeah, that's going on the list. Yeah, so it was just up here. It kind of reset it all back. Okay. It was up here. So they rotate. This rotate here does it gradually, left and right. And then this one is just like we're just going to go full 90 degrees. Ooh, smart objects in Photoshop working in Affinity. Okay. Yeah, the smart objects is interesting because there's a lot of stuff in Affinity that's different in Photoshop that I think it sort of negates the need for smart objects in some ways. Why am I... Oh no, my layer previews are all sideways. What the hell? What is... Oh, hang on. Are they updating? No, what is... Oh, okay. It's just like a bug or something. They just need to like update. There we go. That's one thing I have noticed. The layer previews sometimes are a bit slow to update. It's not a massive deal breaker, but just something I have noticed. Yeah, some of these are still sideways. They just need like a little jog, and then they're fine again. Installing Affinity. Okay, right. Let's never ever do that again. Oh, I've just seen. Yeah, good moment. Go to document. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Illustrator is really good. I use Illustrator and Photoshop all the time. And so if I bring a photo, if I'm working on a design that is like vector and has photography, I have to jump between Photoshop and Illustrator. And it's not too bad. You can use linked files and all that. But the fact that I can do that now in the same app, I can start working on vector stuff, even like this. I can do the turbulence, I can do the icons, the lettering, whatever. And then I can just switch into Pixel and start using my Photoshop brushes, grunge it up, and I can use them together, the vector and the raster stuff, that feature set together. That is amazing. That is literally amazing. It's so good. I don't have to keep hopping between different apps. Because brushes in Illustrator aren't as good as Photoshop. The Photoshop brushes are way better because they're raster based. But then Photoshop doesn't have some of the shape creation and the pencil, pen tool, smooth tool, all the stuff that you use to create graphics. So the fact that you can create vector graphics and then use raster brushes and effects and filters and all that delicious stuff on them in the same app. For me, that is just really enjoyable. This is the
10 minutes.
Do you really have to do that?
Yeah.
You scared me then. Thought Adobe were coming for me. Shit, they're outside. Whoa, what Affinity? We were just demonstrating something in Illustrator. Hey, Jeremy. How's it going? Good to see you, man. Is it faster than Illustrator and Photoshop? To be fair, I've not loaded it as much as I would in Photoshop with like a hefty file yet, but so far it is very responsive, yeah. So my gut instinct is yes, because it's very light, snappy. It doesn't have like 50,000 features and all that. So it's not like, it's not bloated. I think the engine's a bit newer. So my experience of it so far has been very snappy and responsive. But until I like do something hefty in it, it's not really a fair comparison. No, yeah, that's the thing, Cal. It's vector, but then you've got the raster as well. So you could even rename these. You could call these here. You could call it Illustrator and Photoshop if you wanted, and you could pick different colors if it helps you remember. You can change that one to orange, and you know, you don't have to use those names. You can switch between all of them, and you've got even more down here depending on what you're interested in doing. That's probably a good way of remembering it. Illustrator, Photoshop, and InDesign. Smart. I have my moments, Jeremy. They're very few and far between, but once a year I do have a smart moment. Yeah, image trace I think was a feature that a lot of people wanted to see come over. They have brought like width tool and other stuff from Illustrator, but yeah, the image trace is pretty good. I actually kind of like it because it's simple. It doesn't give you like 50,000 different options, which some people might not like, but for me it's just two sliders. I can trace. It just intelligently keeps the color from the trace as well. Have I still got the... Oh no, I used it on the Affinity. So this here, this is a trace of the Affinity logo. I just grabbed a version online, like a PNG or something, ran a trace on it. It's a pretty good result. How long have we got left, actually, until the competition nearly ends? Right, get your entries in if you...
Maybe just put on one more last minute.
Oh my goodness, JD, you cutting it fine. Poppy.
This is fourth one.
It's fourth one. Poppy, you need to kick some ass. You need to start kicking ass. And
What do you mean?
I don't know, just quick. Yell at people. Get your entries in. Flood the chats. Look what Oh, look what she's just... I'll just copy this. Look what she's just posted in Design Inspiration. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, that's hilarious. Raquel, you love the brush tool. You love it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Paul, I've already ranted about the new app icons for like Photoshop and all that. Yeah, because I think Premiere and After Effects and all that, they've still got the normal icons with the normal weight, and then Photoshop and Illustrator and obviously now Lightroom is just mega chunky, and I flipping hate it. It didn't need to be made chunkier and inconsistent. Just leave them alone. Oh. There was something I saw up here that I wanted to do, actually. What was it? It was view. Oh, there was like a split view, vector and pixels. Yeah, oh, okay, that's not really what I thought it was. What I wanted to do. Does anyone know how you can have a split view, but one zoomed really close in and one zoomed out? How do I get back to one view? Oh no. Um. Oh no, it's happened again. New view. Yeah, okay, so that's right. So that's part of the way there. Another view of the same document, but I want to have a split view. Oh, is it here? Remove window from set. No. Oh, what have I done? What the hell have I done? How do I get rid of... I can't remember how I got into split view. View mode, single view. Oh, there we go. Okay, thank you. Whew. Yeah. So I get, yeah, kind of like the navigator, but in Illustrator you can do a split view and you can zoom each one independently, but you can have them side by side. I don't know if there's a way to do that here. Yeah, I asked earlier, but no answer. Would you use this over Adobe products now? I'm the wrong person to ask because I'm an educator and I teach Adobe. But the answer I'll give is that if I were freelancing and running my own design business, which well, I still am actually. I hadn't worked on projects for years, and I've started doing them again recently. So when I work on a design project, the next one coming up, I will be using Affinity. I want to give it a proper go. If I wasn't doing YouTube and I wasn't using all the video stuff, I would be using Affinity. Now I would. I wouldn't have switched before with V2, but with this and one app, I would switch. Yeah. But the fact that I do all the YouTubey stuff and I use the video and the After Effects and I've been using Photoshop and Adobe for years, like for me, the cost, like I said earlier, is just something that I've got used to paying. I just eat it, put it through the business. Affinity going free for me, that's not enough of a reason. The app being easier, faster, and combining three into one, that is what really kind of resonates with me personally. But because I'm a teacher, I'm just going to have to use everything. I just have to use it all. Window arrange. Have we got an arrange? Oh, we're nearly out of time. Where's the thing? Hang on. What time are we on? Oh, there's 1 minute. Right, I've got to get ready to lock the thing. So hang on. If you've got your entries, get them in because I got to figure out how do I even do this? Probably
Right, I've got someone to help.
should have. Oh no, that just no. Wait, manage. I need to stop people from posting. Send messages and create posts. Okay. Anyone remember Countdown? Oh, my grandparents used to watch this. Right. It's It's over. You cannot post in Monster Ski anymore, or, hopefully, unless I've done it wrong, which is quite likely. So, do you want to check, actually, Pops? Do you want to see if you can make a new post? No way. Someone just got their entry in 1 minute ago. What? 1 minute. Graphics Plus, they got their entry in with a minute to spare. That's just mean.
Exactly.
Can you post in it? Is it locked? It should be locked.
I think it is locked.
I can still post, but I don't know if that's because I'm special. I think.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
You're good? It's all locked? Okay, good. Fantastic. Raquel's linked the final countdown. It's locked. Okay, good. Fantastic. It just makes it a lot easier now to know that there's no entries coming in after, and then I feel like the worst person in the world. I can't believe that person submitted with 1 minute to go. Oh, I'm 31 and I used to watch it. I never watched it, but I always remember my grandparents used to watch it, and the countdown. I just remember the theme tune. Diddly-did-ding.
Sorry, hopefully you don't get copywritten for that.
Probably will, actually, yeah. He probably countdown are gonna demonetize us and claim all the revenue from the stream, which will probably be about 50p. Do you have a good halftone tutorial? That's a good question. I don't know if I do actually on the channel. I know I've got some halftone stuff in my courses. That's not a plug. I know it in one of them. I think it might be the Photoshop one. This does have a halftone effect, but I've not played around with it that much. Is this worth learning and designing on? It depends. It depends who you are and what you do. Kind of like I was saying a minute ago. It depends what's important to you. You know, I put it this way. I've been using Adobe for 20 years. And, you know, despite the little annoyances, it's great. But as soon as they announced this, I've immediately jumped onto it to learn it. I wouldn't do that if it wasn't good. You know, I'm 20 years deep in Adobe, Photoshop, Illustrator. So the fact that I'm jumping in and learning this and I'm excited by it and enjoying it, yeah, to me at least, that says a lot. But it depends what sort of design work you do in it. Oh, I wish I was getting paid. No, that's the thing as well. Like, someone on the video earlier on, they were like, "Oh, you're a shill" or something, and it's just like, well, one, no, that's just dumb, and two, a company couldn't pay me to say something I didn't want to say anyway. You know, if I don't believe in something, there's no amount of money in the world that they could give me. You know, if I think something's good or bad or shit or whatever, like, I'm not just gonna take loads of money and then talk a load of shit. Like, I hate that stuff. Yeah. Got some integrity. Can't be bought. I'm working on something and looking to add a small halftone texture on the corners with a gradient. Okay. No, I'm not gonna check entries today. I need to. I need to go to bed. I'm gonna have a proper look through. What we'll do is, I think, announce the winner on a stream later this week, and then we'll go through the entries on the same stream. That makes sense, I think. Yeah, so we'll announce the winners and then we'll go through them. Is there something like the shape tool? Do you mean Shaper? They've got lots of different shape tools, if these are any good. And they all come with their own settings as well. My daughter's in year 7 and using Canva possibly as it's free. Yeah, I mean that's amazing. You know, if your daughter's 7 and she's using Canva, that's so cool. Yeah. Maybe we should get our boys on Canva.
They would probably enjoy it.
He probably would enjoy it, wouldn't he? He could make stuff for his cake sales and things.
Yeah.
View new view. Yeah, so okay, right. So if I go view new view, you guys are so helpful. Right, so I've got another view here, but how do I split them down the middle so I can, like, I want to zoom this one in and I want to keep this one zoomed out, but I want to see them at the same time. Does that make sense? So I don't think that. No, that just resizes the window. Can I float them? Like, that's what I want to do. I want to float them. It's okay. So I suppose. Oh, actually, hang on. Okay, so it tries to get me to fill the whole screen. Oh, okay. So I guess this is what I want. I just hoped it would like snap, but it doesn't. But yeah, this is kind of. So what I would do is I would. Yeah. So I would have like that view there. And then I would look at it. Yeah, that is pretty much what I want. So then I can kind of work on this one nice and close. And then see those changes as they happen. So I guess I just have to manually do this, which isn't the end of the world. I'd love it to snap. But that's kind of what I was going for. Oh well, at least there is a workaround. Is there a reason? Yeah. I mean, for doing icon designs and things, it can be incredibly useful. Or thumbnails. So you know, well, let's go back to thumbnails. So what I might do is, that's the sort of size there that you would view a thumbnail on YouTube, right? But when I'm working on a thumbnail, I want to be working on it at this sort of size so I can see what I'm doing. So as I'm making changes with a large view that's easy for me to see, I can then also see in real time how the viewer on YouTube is going to see it at that size. So I might go, oh yeah, actually the text is like way too small. Let's make it bigger. So sometimes icon design, it can be very useful as well. You want to see the final size of the icon on the website, but you want to design it so you can see what you're doing. So it can be very useful. Yeah, I would just love a way where I could take this window and snap it to half the screen automatically. Where is arrange? Do I have an arrange? View arrange. Blah, 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 blah. Exactly, Kay, yeah. Yeah, like a lot of the time I will just zoom in and out and stuff, but if I'm working on something that I know is specifically going to be a certain size, it makes sense to set up a window and just move and resize. Yeah, so this is talking about the whole of my screen. Quarters. What? Oh, hang on a second. Move and resize. Bottom. Right and left. Oh. Does it let me resize that? Oh, that's quite a good way of doing it. Yeah, you have to manually drag it. I don't want to sound too lazy. Yeah, so it's a little bit fiddly, but then yeah, so what I might do is have the thumbnails at their actual size there, and then I've still got enough space here to design with. So I could zoom in and start working on this. So yeah, this actually, yeah. Oh, actually, hang on. No. I could, there we go. I can drag that. Okay. I've got another display down here, my laptop. So that window that I've just floated, I can go and put that anywhere. I could put it on the side of the screen. I could stick it down here. That's, yeah, that's cool. I didn't really think of that. That's exactly what I wanted. Yeah. Yeah, so it's not like docking like you can move it around freely. It only seems to want to dock to be full screen, unfortunately, and then it tabs it like that. But what you can do is just pull it out the tab and then resize it. So if you wanted to go half and half and have a split screen, it takes a few seconds. So I don't want to seem too lazy. I'd love it to just be instant snappy, but or I could drag it to another window. If I wanted like the full UI, I could pop it on another screen. So if you do have like a multi-display setup, it's probably a bit easier to do that. But at least there is a way around it. That's all right. We all smash the caps key and get excited sometimes. Oh yeah, Manuel, could you resize the main window and put the floating one to the side? Yeah, okay. Sorry, I didn't see that. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, someone from Affinity did send me an email the other day. I need to reply to them. I'll do that tomorrow. Um, which is nice actually. It's really nice to have that connection. Um, and they pretty much just said, if they've got any questions to get in touch, which was nice. It was really nice. It was just because I will have questions, and it's just nice to kind of have someone kind of reach out and be there to help. Because there may be a way to get around all this stuff, but I'm just not aware of it. Maybe yeah. Windows was doing snapping, I think, before Mac OS pretty well. So maybe it behaves slightly differently. Oh, excuse me. Do you make YouTube thumbnails often as client? No, not really. Most of the client stuff I focus on nowadays is logos and branding. So I've got experience designing everything actually, but I do I do mostly logo and branding stuff now. Now that I'm designing again, which is nice. But if someone says to me, "Can you design, website stuff and blah blah blah?" It's like, yeah, I can do it. That's what most of my career was. So I'm not going to say no. I'll always try and help out where I can. But I like the logo and branding stuff the most. How to remove a background? I don't know actually. If you've got a photo of a person, I'm guessing it's probably one of these. Maybe is there like a instant remove background? Or maybe not actually. Portrait blur.
Dan,
Yes.
we've got 24 people that are entered that have done, some of them have done multiple entries. I put them all in a file.
Oh, you got them all.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Now we can have a good look.
Is that definitely all of them?
Yep.
Nice.
I think it is going to be hard.
Yeah, where is it? Canva AI. Where is the background remover?
The background mover on Canva.
Uh,
It's the...
Canva AI in Affinity. Yeah, you don't. No, I don't really use a lot of plugins. To download it, go to affinity.studio. In fact, there's a video on how to install it. If you go to the channel pinned at the top of the chat, that's my new Affinity channel, and the first video is how to install it. Queen. You have to go to plugins and install it. Oh, is that the thing in... Where is it? Is it one of these? Or is it actually in? Is it a different plugins thing? Font manager. Yes, there's the lasso tool. I think it's in the pixel one. And then, no, not there. There we go. Freehand. See, this is one of the differences as well. Like in Photoshop, you've got two. You've got the freehand one and then the, how do you say it, polygonal, which is like straight lines. This is one thing I like about Affinity. You've got one freehand tool. So you can do this and make a selection, or you can hold, yeah, Command or Control, and then do straight lines. So instead of having two tools, you've got one tool, just with alternate functionality. The same as the knife tool. Yeah, flipping burger. Let's get rid of that. Let's go with the, yeah, lovely gradient. There we go. In Illustrator, you have a knife tool for cutting shapes with a solid fill, and you have the scissors tool. So you've got two separate tools. Again, in Affinity, you just have one. You have the knife tool. So it will slice the shape, boom, two different halves. But also the knife tool becomes a scissor tool and you can cut. So again, instead of two tools, it's now just one tool. So yeah, Illustrator, there'll be four tools and you can do the same now with two tools. That's something I really like, because there's less tools. So it just, you know, less tools, but no less functionality for those sorts of things. So it just becomes easier for beginners to not be overwhelmed by 1,000 different tools. Background remove top right. Okay. Oh, I didn't see that. What the heck is that doing up there? Why is that up there? That needs to be over here. I literally did not see that. Right, okay. If it's any good, that would be probably why I sign up to the AI thing. Because select subject is something that I use in Photoshop all the flipping time. That would be the one that gets me. I don't know if portrait blur would be good if it is actually good, because I would use that for thumbnails, which would be amazing. But that will be the one that gets me. Select subject. Oh, you like the trailer? Oh, awesome. When I select an area, how can I keep the brush tool only on the... It's the selection's probably inverted. Yeah, so if I make a selection now, let's just freehand a selection. Grab the brush tool. So your brush is going outside, isn't it? So I'm brushing inside, and then... Yeah, so you want to press Command or Control, depending on if you're a Mac or PC, Shift and I. So it inverts the selection. So I'm outside, Command or Control Shift I, I'm back inside. Just the same as Photoshop. Pull in a stock image. Okay, yeah, I love this actually. I flipping love this. So you got Pixabay and Pexels, which are great. What should we search for? Sausages. Let's do sausages. Why not? Oh, a plate of sausages, yeah? Very good. Oh, nice depth of field. That is a flipping good image. Oh, look at that sexy Wurst. So good, yeah? It's so good. Look, just literally. Just endless images. And I know Pexels and Unsplash you can use commercially. Pixabay, I'm guessing, is the same. I'll probably look it up, but... And they're not bad images either, you know? But to have access to this sort of... Ooh, that looks nice. Let's get that. This sort of stuff just right there. You know? Like, I think we were saying about this the other day, like Adobe Stock. In Adobe apps, you've got access to Adobe Stock. But a lot of people don't want Adobe Stock. They want the free stuff, Pexels and Pixabay. So, yeah, that's really cool to have that in there. Oh, so good. I've not got the Canva thing. I will set it up. I think you can I think you can do like a free trial or something maybe. But yeah, all the AI stuff I'm definitely gonna... In fact, that would be a really good video actually, wouldn't it? That would be a good video. Should you bother spending the extra for Canva AI, and is this stuff worth paying X? That would be probably quite a useful one to make. Pexels is my go-to. Yeah, I usually Pexels or Unsplash, but Pixabay I think is pretty good as well. Oh, is it good? Digital Flan, remove background, works good. Okay, I'm going to have to give that a go. How'd you get rid of the blue text frame? It's view and then this one here, text flow. The Canva asset database. I don't know. I don't know. If you have Canva Premium, you have Affinity Premium. I think so. Maybe. Oh, you just tested it out. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to try that out. The amount I use select subjects in Photoshop is just ridiculous. It's like all the time. And it does save me a lot of time. It just enables me to work so flipping fast. I don't know if I could be really bothered to quick select everything manually. I don't know if I can go back. But I would want to see, you know, Photoshop's more recent selection tool where it can select like the individual spokes on a bike or netting. I'd love to see if Affinity could match that. I mean, if anyone wants to try that, like just do a search for some netting or something. Or like bike wheel. Yeah, let's see if the Affinity selection can match Photoshop with that image. That would be a good one to test. Not that impressive. Okay, interesting. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you, Mr. Nobody. I think it would be a good one to... I think it'd be a good one to make because I think it's one of those questions that a lot of... I'm wondering it. I've got no idea. Yes, it is, Paul. Yeah, it's everything. Illustrator, Photoshop, and InDesign, effectively all rolled into one. Yeah, animal behind a fence. Yeah, I'd love to see someone try something like that. Sausages, yeah? So good, so good. Oh man, this is so fun. This is so fun. Yeah, these thumbnails were this was like a good warm up for getting used to a lot of features. This was a real thing. This was good today. This is probably this is like the channel artwork. This is the first thing I've designed where it was like, okay, got a grunge font. Now I need to grunge this. How am I going to do that? Yeah, and this was like a perfect combination of vector and raster. Whereas to do this normally would be between Illustrator and Photoshop, and the workflow would be really clunky to get it looking like this anyway. So it's nice to be able to do it all in just one app. Is that use in After Effects? How do you mean? How do you think how do you think Adobe respond to this? I've honestly got no idea. I have no idea. I don't know. I actually don't know. Dan, check Discord. What am I checking? Right now, do you think Affinity is really good competition to Adobe? Like you can switch and say, yeah, it works better. I mean, I've already seen a lot of comments on the videos on both channels where people have started using it and they're loving it and having a great time with it. You know, some people aren't. I think it depends it depends on how entrenched you are personally in the either ecosystem. But, you know, if you're part of a team that uses the Adobe suite of work, do you know what I mean? It's a really difficult question to answer. I think it's amazing. It was enough to get me to bother to start learning it and be really, really excited by it. And I've been Adobe for 20 years. So, you know, I wouldn't even bother if I wasn't that excited. Like Affinity V2 was great, and I learned it because I felt I should learn a little bit of it to try it out. But it was still 3 apps. This is now one single app, and that's what excites me the most. It's exciting as well because I think to say to someone, "Oh, you want to learn design? Okay, you're going to need to learn this app, and then maybe a bit of this app." So Photoshop, Illustrator, and Design to really kind of do all the bits you'd need to. Instead, now it's kind of like, just use this. How much is it? Don't cost you anything. Can I do everything in it? Yeah, probably most of what you'll ever need to do. Unless you need like a specific feature for something, you know. If I wasn't doing YouTube and I was just designing and I had clients and I was working on, you know, all sorts of different projects, I think I could probably do most of what I do inside this version. It wouldn't make me nervous or anything. Affinity is a competitor to Adobe effectively. How do I remove the fill from a vector shape? So if you select something, we'll give it a color. You see here, you've got your fill and your stroke. You can press X to swap between them. And to remove the fill, you've got this little, this little icon here. But a faster way is to press / on the keyboard. And it just immediately sets it to none. Much faster than kind of fiddling around up here. And then if you press D on the keyboard, it will just take you back to black and white. Oh, also, I gotta show you this. Right, I need to go in a minute because it's getting late. I gotta show you this. I don't know how I opened this panel earlier, but if you've not seen this before, it's gonna blow your flipping mind. This is so cool. I think I opened it by mistake and was like, what is that? If you go to the color panel up here and you click the drop down and you go to advanced, look at this. Look at this. So like I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to work on a design project. I'm going to use a nice blue. Oh, okay. What color complements blue? Oh, there we go. Yellow. Oh, thanks for that color panel. And then you've got, you know, analogous, triadic, tetradic, accented. You've got all the different tones. You've got tints, shades. So for someone who's maybe new to design and isn't sure, you know, whether a color is complementary or not, I can just change this, and in real time, all of these palettes chat. I don't really use like triadic and tetradic much, but the complementary one, I'd love to see a few more on there as well. Just add like a few more, but what complements a pink or a blue? The fact it all changes in real time, and the tones as well. That's nice. Yeah, flipping awesome. Yeah, it's pretty good, right? Can you show that again? Yes. So it's the drop down in the corner. So it's the advanced menu here. Also, random question: do we have global swatches? We've got Pantones here. If I double click one, do we have global swatches? You know, where you change the swatch and it updates across the whole document. Because it doesn't seem immediately obvious, but maybe it is. Let's try it. No, it's not automatically a global swatch. Okay. Oh no, I've broken the swatch now. Why won't you undo? I want to put it back. Hang on. Here we go. I fixed it. Yeah, there's got to be global swatches. Add global color. Okay, where am I looking? Hey, there we go. Nice. Okay. There we go. Spot. Fantastic. That's what I mean. There's just stuff that you might look at it and go, oh, yeah, you can't do that in Affinity. But you can. It's just knowing about it. I'm finding that with a lot of stuff. Thank you very much. I was the only person that didn't know that then. Yes, exactly. There's a designer brain behind this. Yeah. I think it's very clever. I think what they present in the UI looks really simple. And you could even kind of open it up and go, oh, like, where is everything? Illustrator's got all these tools. You know, there's all this stuff and there's all these like 50 trillion panels. But I think actually a lot of this is very cleverly kind of put kind of, you know, under menus and things to keep everything looking clean and simple. But I think actually this bit of software is very capable and very powerful. It's just knowing about all these little nooks and crannies. Just finished redesigning my whole brand in Affinity. I love it. Ah, okay, awesome. I want to see that. If you feel inclined, obviously, please don't feel like you have to. But if you did want to send it there, knowing that you've done it in Affinity, I would love to see it. That's cool. So you've done a whole brand design in Affinity. What was that question? How do you get global swatches? It's up here. So you can add a global color. And then I guess it will just add it to the swatches panel. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I'd love to see that. I don't know if you can open an Affinity file. It's just one format now, .af. So the previous version of Affinity still had the three different formats. This, oh, good night. See you later, So Creative. Now it's just .af. They just have one file type. Hey, I'm having a great time using it. It's nice for me as well. It's like invigorating to learn something new. Um, yeah, it is. It's exciting. Yeah, like well, you could probably tell on the stream the other day, I was genuinely excited. I watched it back earlier when they said they're rolling it into one app. I was like, yes, it's what I've always wanted for years. Yeah, I've not even done that yet as well. You can literally build your own workspace. So these are the presets, but you can create a studio. So you could even go, and have, I don't know, Dansky's studio, and I could put all the tools I need on there and scrap everything else. And then just have one workspace. You don't even have to have three. You could literally just put the stuff that you want to use. I mean, I guess, could you. So the pixel workspace, there's a paintbrush tool. Could I add that to the vector one so I don't have to keep switching? Yeah, see, this is what's insane. This is what at the minute I'm switching between workspaces. I'm going to keep it like this because everyone watching the tutorials is going to probably have the default workspace. So if I customize it, it's just going to confuse everyone. But the fact that I'm in the vector workspace and I can now start adding brushes interchangeably. I don't even if I set this up properly, I wouldn't even have to switch between these. Vector and raster are just completely interchangeable now. Some of these tools are raster, some are vector. I hadn't really even properly thought about that until now. That's just amazing. Oh, okay. File. Can you export as an Illustrator file? I mean, EPS, that's probably closest, isn't it? I can't see an Illustrator one there. Canva design, that's funny. I want to know if you can go from Canva to Affinity, because Poppy sometimes will start a design in Canva and then she'll ask for my expert guidance. And then, so I'd love to know if she could send it from Canva straight to Affinity. Yeah, I think if you didn't have Illustrator file, EPS would maybe SVG actually. They're pretty good nowadays. But yeah, EPS or SVG is universally recognized by a lot of apps. Oh yeah. Anyone can join the Discord. The Discord's totally free. It's just if you're a course member, you get access to like private channels where you can ask questions and other bits and bobs. But there's a link on here to the community on Dansky.com.
It's the place to be.
It's the place to be. We're all a bit bonkers, but that's it makes us interesting. What's the Discord link? I'm a gamer and kind of very ghetto, so I don't like to join groups. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I'm a gamer as well. PC, PlayStation, Xbox. Yeah, I think it's the kind of thing. There's a lot of people in the Discord now, but most people don't really chat. They just kind of do their own thing. But it's nice because it's like at least it's there if you have a question or you get stuck. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of questions about After Effects, but I don't know at the moment. It's what's so you talking about exporting as a vector format and then bring it into After Effects? I'm gonna have to play around with it a bit more. Um, but yes, I will add that to the list as well. Is there a link, any link to your name where I can download Affinity? I think the direct link is. Hang on, let me find it. Studio dot affinity.com. Oh, where is it? I'll find it for you. Studio. There we go. I got it. Yeah, there we go. There's the link. Yeah, I did that at the beginning, Michael. I started moving all the panners around and I completely cocked up my whole workspace. And it was like, oh, what have I done? But on the new Affinity channel, there is a video about how to reset to defaults. So if you do start playing around and you do what I do and screw everything up, there's like a reset option, so don't worry. Everything except for Xbox and Nintendo. Oh, nice. Fair enough. Arc? Can you make a text frame have rounded corners? That's a good question. So I found earlier text frame has a lot of other options, but where are they? They're up here. There's a thing. Is it this? Yeah, so these are your text frame options. I got really confused because I accidentally stuck a color in there and I couldn't figure out how to get rid of it. And I was like, why are all my text boxes red? But text frames have their own options. So I don't know if you can round a text frame or why you'd want to. You could round the box around it. Wonder if you could add a Oh, hang on. No, I don't know if you could round it, but you could probably add. I've got rid of the flipping color now, haven't I? Yeah, there we go. Add a color, and then you could add padding. I wonder if you could add click here. Like a button. Ah, okay, that's cool. And then we would center it. And then if I start typing, oh, okay, I thought it would resize and get bigger. Hide overflow. Preserve width? No. Can I make it expand when I get to the edge? Oh, this is so complicated. There's lots of settings. Yeah, definitely needs some more playing around. Well, I think it's been a very productive evening. We've got lots of burgers and we've got a milkshake and some sausages. So, oh, here's some text as well. You can do. I didn't realize you could do this until earlier. So I've got some text here. It's got double strokes on it, but you can open up an isometric panel. The isometric grid in what are we in Affinity is amazing. But you can just click and fit to plane. Yeah, and just boom. Fit to plane. Fit to plane, rotate. So it makes isometric stuff really easy. So in Illustrator, you got like all the 3D settings and it's very complicated. I don't really ever use that, but this is just the one bit I'd want to use. Just the isometric stuff. I don't care about all the other 3D nonsense and bevels that intersect and look awful. I just so to have like a dedicated isometric panel and being able to kind of set up isometric grids is very, very useful. Do you think Adobe will make the combined Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign? No, I don't think so. I think the work involved to undertake that would be astronomical. And I think there's just too many apps now. There's just too many that I think to dedicate the resources to do that. Especially I think when their big push at the minute's AI and all that sort of stuff. I don't see it happening. Oh, this is cool. Wow, that's cool. Wow. Shut up. So as I'm rotating it now, it's in isometric view. So as I scale it, I can't break the isometricness. That's cool. So it stays isometric no matter what. Will you have a recording of this stream? Yes. If you want to watch any of the streams, what happens is this is on the main channel, and then I download and re-upload them to Dansky Live. So if you like the long form stuff and you like the streams and you can tolerate me waffling on about nonsense, then Dansky Live is just full of all the live stuff. Ooh, data merge. I don't really ever work with data. I feel like there is some sort of data merge functionality or some sort of data thing, but I'm honestly not entirely sure. There's a few panels that have popped up every now and then, and it's just like, ooh, what is that? I have no idea. Yeah, that's what I always wanted, Michael. I wanted them to just stop adding these little, incremental features and just take a step back and look at the big picture. And you could have merged Illustrator and InDesign easily into one app. And even if you had Photoshop and Adobe Designer, that's what I wanted it to be called, Adobe Designer. And you had those apps merged, but this just proves that you could have stuck all three in the same app. I think it's because how they've evolved as well. Photoshop was for photo editing in the beginning, and it's just grown. Illustrator was for illustration, but then it grew into design and all sorts. And what the apps were originally intended for, it's just kind of ballooned out so much that actually you can design loads of stuff in all of them, and it kind of just makes sense, in my opinion, to just yeah. Yeah, oh, that's fair enough. If you're so used to Illustrator and certain features as well that aren't supported here, are you on Windows or Mac? I'm just trying to figure out where people are having the most bugs because I've not had that many, and I'm on Mac. What is the Discord? Oh, the Discord is an app. Discord's an app, and that's where we have our community. So if anyone does want to join the community and chat off stream or whatever, that's where we all hang out.
It's a great space.
It's it's cool. It's nice. It's lovely.
We'll make friends.
Oh, really? You got stung with that? The cancel subscription and oh yeah, just oh, I hate all that corporate stuff. I'm the kind of person that's very like people over profit, and so when I see just profit hungry people or entities, it just it's not really for me. Hey, didn't you like that? I do. That was on Windows. Okay, cool. Did you feel dirty? Now you feel clean. Yeah, so smart. I'm going to do a video on smart objects, Michael, because smart objects aren't supported, but Affinity works in a way where it kind of, I think, potentially, I've got to play around with it a bit more, but I think it negates the need for smart objects. It's nearly 1 o'clock, and I can't really explain why. I need to sit down and because I'm still learning this as well. Because that was my first thing, was like, I need smart objects. I can't work without them. But actually, Affinity does things in different ways that actually you don't necessarily even need smart objects anymore. But I need to get my head around it a little bit more. Because you can have Affinity documents inside an Affinity document as well. So you could go up to File, Place, and place an Affinity document in this document, which is again another way that's kind of how smart objects work. So it is interesting, yeah. I don't know if there's an option, but if you had the option that was, I mean, the fact that you can place an Affinity document inside an Affinity document, if there was a way that I could click this artboard and say convert to, I don't know, smart object or whatever, or create document from this artboard, that would be really cool. Because then I could just go, create document from this artboard, save it, and then place it. You're almost pretty much there, but oh, okay, Andrea, I'll have a look. What have you posted? Oh no, why are you giggling, Pops?
Just welcoming you people. To the Discord.
Oh wow!
What?
Did you make that, Andrea? Your pumpkin. Hang on, let me paste it. Flippin' heck.
So cool.
You've gotten so much better with these highlights and things.
She's been amazing.
Yeah, no, but like practically, like the shadows and highlights. Like you say all the very nice things, but practically, I've seen some of Andrea's earlier work and it was really good, but the shadows, the shadows and the highlights was something that she was actively working on, and these look flipping brilliant. Yeah, up on the vine here as well. That's so good. Disqualified as a competition entry, obviously. But oh, that's so cool. Any particular reason, or just felt like illustrating something? Welcome to the dark side. Oh no.
Oh my god. I'm tired.
Ah, thanks, Andrea. I got my own pumpkin now. I hope a shift happens and we can even see that it happens. Just look at the comments. I think as well, like I did 2 streams as well. I streamed the keynote stuff with the new features and whatever. And then we did the Affinity stream 2 days later. you could feel the difference in the energy. Like, you know, even watching it back, my energy, but everyone in the chat, it was, you know, kind of like, all right, when are we going to get to the design stuff? Versus, oh my God, it's free. This is insane. And the energy was, yeah, you know, there was a lot of similar sentiment, I think, shared among people on those streams. So, which does say a lot. You know, it does say a lot. I have a problem with Affinity when you change the font of the text and then change the size controller number just disappears. When you change the font of the text, or is it artistic text? Oh no, everything's now in isometric. How do we get out of this? Oh, is that like an isometric layer? Please let me get out of isometric view. Oh shit. I'm stuck. Help. No. How do I get out? How do I just please somebody help? How do I where's the exit? Grid settings. What if I what if I just okay, there we go, we're out, yeah. So in grid settings you can switch between your normal flat 2D and then isometric. Right, what was the question? Change fonts. And you lose the size controller. I've still got mine up here. It's 6 a.m. here. Oh my goodness. Have you just got up or have you... Yeah, you must have just woken up. Surely you've not stayed up all night. Yeah. I'm having too much fun, Cal, and there's obviously lots of questions everyone's asking and I'm curious and I want to keep playing, but I do need to go to sleep. But yeah, I do need to go to sleep. I've got a bunch of videos to edit. I've got 10 more videos to edit for the channel. They're going to be going up this week, and then I just want to try and spend this week recording an absolutely astronomical number of videos for Affinity. Because I know everyone's really, really hungry to learn it right now, and some people like just want to make the switch, but there's not a lot of educational stuff out there for the new version. So I just want to kind of smash out some videos. What time is it there, Dan? It's 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock.
In the morning.
2 a.m. Nice. Hey, thank you for stopping by, Michael. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's real late. I lost artboard opening PSDs. Anything to solve or transform? I don't know, I'm afraid. Sorry. I'm still pretty new to it myself. Yeah, 100%, Cal. 100%. The more I figure this out, in fact, I think doing logos and branding is probably the easiest thing to do. The photo manipulation stuff will take a little bit longer to practice, but yeah, I'd love to do a logo. We could probably do that next week, actually. I think I'll be schooled up enough by then to dive into like a good old logo project, from sketches to ideation to final design. Just do the whole thing in Affinity. That would be cool. Awesome, Captain Krim. Fantastic. I want to see it. How is it so far? Yeah, great. I'm excited. I like it. But I want to try and make a list of things it can't do as well. That would be quite handy to know. Right, I gotta go now because otherwise I will stay here and hang out with you, lovely beans, all evening or morning, wherever it is, whatever time it is. I don't know. Oh, I can't wait to get into bed. I am gonna just jump into the bed, and it's gonna eat me and transport me to a different place. But yeah, we'll do more streams, and yeah, thank you to everyone who entered the competition. I cannot wait to sit down and have a proper look through the entries, and then we'll do a stream later this week where we will announce the winners, and we'll go through some of them, and we can have a look at all the crazy Halloween creations that everyone has made. How big is the software? I don't know, 3.5 gig, something like that. Can you do effects like glass and stuff? Right, so yes, you can do like a glass morphism. You've got all the blurs and everything down here. I've not made one yet, but it's got all the same sort of ingredients. You've got your clipping masks and your Gaussian blur, and that's all you really need. You know, there's a few other bits and pieces. So you've got the ingredients to make a really nice glass effect. But again, that's going to be a video as well. But that's a bit further down the line. We'll start with the basics first. Like how not to break the flipping app like I did earlier. We'll start with that, and then we'll work up to glass morphism. Also, what's this? Lens distortion. Okay, moderately uninteresting. My Affinity. Oh yeah, maybe it's different on different devices. Yeah, lots. We'll be doing lots more streams. I might even start doing some on the new channel as well. It's exploded with, I don't even know how many people are subscribed now, over like 6,000. So I might start doing some on that channel. So if you don't want to miss any Affinity stuff, please do subscribe to the channel pinned at the top of the chat. I wouldn't want anyone to miss anything. But yeah, we probably will start doing some stuff on there soon as well. Oh, amazing. Right. Catch you later, everyone. And we'll see you on the next one. Good night. Da, 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 da. Oh, I've got to find, where do I end the stream? Where's the button? Where's the end stream? But oh, there we go. Oh yeah, I forgot we've got an outro. We'll play that. Ta-da!